So you just moved into a beautiful new home and the inside is awesome. It's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you saved all that hard-earned money for. But you go to the outside and the builder took a couple shortcuts. Maybe not shortcuts, but it's generic. It's got the typical concrete pad. It's got really no landscaping. It's got no love out there. So what do you do to make the outside look as nice as the inside? In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. My name is Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and installer, and everybody loves a new home. It's so exciting to get everything in there. You buy the furniture, you got it going on, and then you step out to the back and you're just like, what? There's nothing there. There's no fun. So here's what I want to do in this video. We're going to put together a design using that generic concrete. We're not going to bust it out and put in a new patio, but we're going to put some upgrades back there. We're going to put an awesome outdoor kitchen. We're going to put a privacy wall because the sun shines in and it kind of blinds you. So we got to find a way to cut that out, but make it cool, like a cool focal point. Put a TV on it, put a Sonos system in so you got some audio going on, and then an awesome seating wall with the fire pit so that when you're hanging out, you're entertaining, you got the kitchen, you got the fire pit, you got the lighting, you got the landscaping, you got a place to hang with your friends. You got a lot, obviously, because I just said it like 20 times. Let's get into a bubble diagram. We'll get over to the desk. I'm gonna break down how much all this costs and send you on your way. I don't like what I said at the end there, but let's do the bubble diagram. Okay, all right, here's what we got. Everybody has seen this house. They're putting up beautiful homes and neighborhoods and they're getting them together, but then the back doesn't really come into play. It's a couple slabs of concrete and they call it a day. So here's what we're doing for this particular homeowner, and here's how I can help you if you have a new house or a new builder, you're looking for ways to spruce it up. They already have some existing landscaping, so we're gonna tie into that and bring it all the way around. We're gonna put in a seating wall, a fire pit, we've got the concrete, we've got this kitchen under here, under their existing covered structure, and a privacy wall. And then we've got some ambiance with some string lights and landscape lighting and all that. Let's get right over to the desk, bust it out, tell you how to put all this together and how much it costs, which is the most important thing, so that you can finally have that backyard that you deserve that goes with that new house. Rock and roll. So how do you upgrade a space that has got a lot of potential, but it's just not quite there? I'm gonna break down about 3 or 4 different tips that you can do if you have a beautiful house and you've got that concrete pad. What do you do to make it jump off the page and look good? And by the way, stick to the end of the video because I'm gonna show an alternative design for this exact space. This is the edited version that the client wanted, but I came up with something a little bit different the first time around that I think you're gonna get value from, so stay tuned. First thing I wanna talk about is adding some seating, adding some interest. How about the seating wall? Sometimes people are just gonna get out furniture and they're gonna put it there, but this actually feels like it needs a way to define the space. It's got this concrete pad that goes out and then it's just a bunch of yard. There's really nothing on the outskirts to like frame it up and say, this is where you entertain. There's no definition between the lawn and there. So by putting in this seating bench, you're kind of containing people from drifting off into the yard. Not like they're really gonna do it, but visually you wanna do that. And putting some landscaping on the backside. The next thing I want you to look at is how do you create some ambiance? How do you create something that makes this a really cool destination that people are gonna wanna go out into? And how you do that is with sinking in some posts and taking advantage of string lights. String lights are really cost effective and they're beautiful. It's so cool to have this like canopy kind of feel with string lights, and it's easy to pull off. You get some 4x4 posts, get 10 footers, dig a 2-foot deep hole, fill it up with that quick set concrete, make sure everything is plumb, and then you can get some hardware that you can hook the lights onto, and you just gotta make sure that you obviously have power to power this up. Most houses are gonna have outlets that you can run a cord to, plug it in, and create something beautiful. So that's one way that you can trick out that just kind of dull concrete area and make it somewhere cool to hang out. All right, next quick tip that I want to give you is play off the existing elements. I know that we're working with existing concrete here, which is a huge saver versus busting it all out and putting in pavers, but they had some landscaping going on one side of the house and then really nothing else. So we continued off that, brought the bed over, put the same exact edging in, curved it around, and created it as one cohesive piece. So my tip to you is you can do things that really up the value and up aesthetically how something looks by just playing off existing elements. Add a little bit of landscaping in. Think about transitions. We got some stepping stones going on in here. So if you want to get out into the yard, make sure that you create some kind of stepping stone or pathway or whatever it is so that you're not confined to just this space. You gotta think about transitions. All right, let's get into the outdoor kitchen. Probably the coolest part of this entire thing is that the house came with an already built extended roof line. So it's already got that outdoor structure, which everybody pays bucks for nowadays. So they already got this thing built in. They got the ceiling fan, great. But they don't really have anything underneath it. So that outdoor kitchen is something that can be put in with the barbecue. They already have a smoker, the different drawers for triple drawer for storage and trash, and you've got the doors underneath for gas or propane just so you can get to it. But then you've got the backdrop. How do you cut down sunlight so that you can actually see the TV there or hang out with friends and not have that glare in while you're flipping a burger, right? So one thing we did here was created a beautiful, and it could be shiplap, it can be composite decking, it could even be stone if you really want to spend some money. A backdrop that the TV goes on, the speakers go on, so while you're grilling, you can watch the ball game, hang out with friends. Now, here's the thing that this client cut out of my initial design that I think you're gonna get a lot of value out of. Let's look at an updated or a different way of setting this place up. Okay, so now what you're seeing is I rotated the kitchen a different direction and I created another area on the outside with a patio. And the reason I did that is because if you're sitting there and you're barbecuing, you're hanging out, really your back is against everybody else and you can't really turn around and talk. You're kind of just watching the game and you're with yourself. But if you got a bunch of people over, how about creating another destination by putting in that patio on the outskirts, some bar stools and a little bit higher back so that people can hang out while you're barbecuing, you can all watch the game and do your thing. And if the sunlight is an issue, you can still put in that privacy wall or you can put in some evergreens to start to cut that down. Just a different way to lay this out that I think would also provide value for you if you're thinking about, well, I want an outdoor kitchen and I want people to hang out with me while I'm grilling. Think about how you might be able to produce another destination that people can sit and talk to you at. I think it's super important. I think it's missed a lot of the times in a design. If you like videos like this, consider subscribing, hit the like button, and if you want to know how much this kind of stuff costs, I got lots of videos on that. Go check some others out. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out, create. So you just moved into a beautiful new home. The beautiful...